Quotient property is very similar to the multiplication property or the product property, except now it's subtraction. So when we multiply, we add exponents. When we divide, we subtract exponents. You can see that here in our two examples. So we've got in algebra, as long as the bases are the same, if you're dividing, notice it's really important that one in the denominator is the one that should go second. So see that a to the n, so it's m on the top minus n. So the order matters here. Numbers, if I've got 5 to the 7th divided by 5 to the 3rd, okay, so I get 5 to the 7 minus 3, 5 to the 4th. So it's 7 minus 3, 5 to the 4th. Let's take a look at example A so you can see exactly how this works. If I had, now you don't have to do this on your homework, I'm just showing you why this works. So if I had 9 5s, I need 3 more. So if I'm really multiplying 9 5s, and there's 2 5s I'm multiplying in the denominator, then this 5 would cancel out that 5 because that 5 divided by 5 is just 1. 5 divided by 5 is just 1, and 1 times anything stays the same. Well, look what I have. I've got 7 5s left over, so 5 to the 7th. So you can see here that the shortcut would have been just simply doing 5 to the 9 minus 2, which is also 5 to the 7th. That's how this property works, and that's how we're going to use it next. Now there's also sometimes numbers included. Let's take a look here. So just split this out to the numbers and then the powers separately. Okay. So the numbers 3 over 12, be careful, that is not 4, that is 1/4. And then I'm going to take these exponents, 7 and 3. So it ends up being x to the 7 minus 3. Now you don't have to write that. You could do that in your head. But I want everyone to see what's going on here. So 7 minus 3 is 4. This should be your final answer. Notice I split apart the number part from the power part. I'm going to do one more with you, and then I'm going to have you do D on your own. So let's see. So C, split the number part out, 4 over 24, and then x to the 13th over x to the 9th. 4 over 24 becomes 1/6. 4 goes into 24 6 times. Times, let's see, 13 minus 9. I'm just going to do that in my head. X to the 4th. 1/6 x to the 4th is my final answer. I want you to try D on your own. So hopefully for D, you did this, 14 over 6 times x to the 16th divided by x to the 11th. So 14 over 6 is going to reduce to, they're both divisible by 2, and that's about it. So 7 over 3, 7/3. X to 16th, x to the 11th, 16 minus 11, I'm going to get x to the 5th. And that is my final answer. Okay. So let's take a look at this last example. This is where things get a little more complicated. Using both rules, simplify the expression, use the product rule in the numerator or denominator before using the quotient rule. So for the first, so what we're going to do is just like it says, before we use the quotient rule, we have to simplify the numerator and the denominator first. So if we take a look at this numerator, I have m to the 5th and m to the 1st. I'm just going to bring out that 6 because we've got the 6 in the front. M to the 5th plus, so 5 plus 1 basically. I get m to the 6. In the denominator, it's already simplified. There's nothing to do down there. Okay. Now I'm going to do my splitting out. So I get 6 over 15 times m to the 6th over m to the 3rd. And then I reduce my 6/15ths to, let's see, they're both divisible by 3, so 2/5. And 6 minus 3, so I get m to the 3rd. So 2/5 m to the 3rd. All right. I'd like you to go ahead and challenge yourself. I'm not going to mark you right or wrong, but I want you to try. Please don't just put, I don't care, I don't know, or guys, try it. Give me some answer here if you would like to receive credit for this problem. I'm not going to make it multiple choice. Just go ahead and see. I want to see what you can do on your own. So no IDKs. All right, so if you took a stab at it, the numerator here is 10 over n to the 6th, or 10 times n to the 6th. The denominator is what's going to change. I've got these n's. Put the 5 in the front. I get n squared times n cubed, so that's going to be n to the 5th. If I split this apart, numbers, 10 to the 5th, n to the 6th, over n to the 5th. And so when I subtract, let's see, 10 divided by 5 is just 2. N to the 6th over n to the 5th would be n to the 1st, or we could just even simplify this more, 2n. We don't need the first, so 2n would be the best answer there. Okay, let me know if you have any questions before we delve into the last properties here. It's just going to get more and more advanced, so let's go with it.